Hi, this is a brief tutorial of how to use an Xkeys panel with PresetMaster. I will use a Atem 2ME, which I have the software here, and for this short video I only use two media players. So this is a still of planet Earth and a still of Mars 2. Let's first start by opening PresetMaster, and I've made a project already called T-Bar Explained. So where do we start? We first start with a device, which is here on the right side, a Blackmagic design switcher. I will call it the Atem 2ME, and the IP address, I save it, and yes, it says it's connected. So now I'm going to make some presets for the Atem. So I select that Atem 2ME. I will start with program buttons for the media players. So program button on ME block 1, and let's see, down the bottom I have media player 1, so I will call this MP1. I save it and I duplicate this one, but then I change it to MP2 and I change it to media player 2. So now I have two buttons to switch, almost. First, very important, is to go to the live section, and on the right hand side here I should put it on active. So if I go back to the presets now, you should see I will switch away from the camera on the Xkeys panel to the program, to the Earth picture, or if I want, to the Mars picture. So that goes up and down. But I also need some previews of these buttons. So now I don't use here a program button, but a preview button of media player 1. And I call this MP1 with a little p for preview. I save this and I do the same. So I duplicate it and I say, I call it 2p media player 2. So now I also have two preview buttons. You can see it in the preview window of the multiviewer. So here's the preview, or this is the program. Now we want to switch between them. So the first thing we're going to do is make some buttons on the live view. So we go back to the presets and we say create a scene for this preset. It should be create a button, we'll change that later. So now you'll see there is MP1. I'm going to move it a little bit to the center so we can all see it. Make it nice and big for this example. I want to edit it. Don't show the subtext. I can change the fonts. Let's make it this one and some bigger. I can save this. This is the actual button, so let's make this red. I have to go back to buttons. I edit it and I make the button. Let's look for red, and I save it. So now in my live view this button is red. I will do the same for MP2. So I create a scene for this preset, and here is MP2, and there it is. I move this here. So now I have two buttons here, MP1 or MP2, and as you can see in my multiviewer I can switch between these. Make it a bit more aligned. Okay, now we want to make preview as well. So I create a scene for this preset. As you can see, it's all red again. I want to make this like any switching panel. I want to make it green. So I go back to this one. I edit it, and we'll look for, let's say, sea green. Save the sea green. Now it's green. I move it under this one, and I do the same for this preset. Move it. So now I can switch on the preview or on the program as I want. Now we want to make some transitions. First we go to the presets again. I'm going to make a new preset. We go to the action and we choose a transition on ME block 1, and there we can choose between a direct cut, an auto transition, which can be a wipe or mix or anything. You can also put the fade to black button in here, or a T-bar transition. We're going to focus on this one here, so let's select the T-bar transition and I call it T-bar. I save it, and then we need to determine whether we want to make a cross, a wipe or mix or anything, DVE effect. So we're gonna make some transition styles. First one is the mix, so I call it mix, save, and I'm also gonna make one not mix but let's say a wipe, so I call it wipe and I save it. So now we have a T-bar. I'll show this later. We can choose whether we want to mix or wipe from the preview to the program. Let's make some buttons on the live view because they're not here yet. So I'm going to make this to create the T-bar for this preset. So there it is. This is the T-bar. It looks like this. Let's put it here. And as you can see, you can move this, but not. It's already on a mix. So you can see it going up and down, but because I also might want to wipe, I'm going to make some buttons for these as well. This is the mix. I move it. I don't like the color of this one. I like it to be black. Go all the way up. Black. Save. So now you can see the mix is black, and the wipe also. Move it. No, there's the wipe. So it was on mix, the T-bar, you can see it, but if I like to make a wipe, I just select this one first, and now it is wiping. If I decide I want to go back to the mixing, I should select mix. Now it's on mix. Now the most important part for people that want to use the Xkeys panel. Let me quickly make another button for camera 1 where you can see my camera that shows the Xkeys panel. I select it now on program, and let's say I want to see it on preview. Now it's on preview, but nothing does happen yet here, not on the T-bar or anything, because I have to tell PresetMaster which buttons we want to activate. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but here it says MP1, MP2, and at the bottom for preview as well. So first this button, it is here on my screen. I say edit, and here's the hotkey position right down below. Now I'm going to select edit. It says press a key to link, so I'm going to my Xkeys panel. I select this one, and now you can see it has selected this button. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to do the same for this one. So I edit it, and I go to my panel. I select the button. Easy as that. Save. Same for the previews. Edit. There we go. This button. And edit this one. Save. So now I can choose on the Xkeys panel like a regular switching panel how it works. There we go. Now let's see the T-bar. How does that work? Just the same. Go to edit. There's the T-bar at the bottom. You say edit, and there it says move a T-bar to link it. So I'm just moving the T-bar. Now it says it found a T-bar, so I save it. And now it's all a matter of going up, going down, up and down. Do I want a wipe? I select wipe and PresetMaster, and now it's a wipe. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's clear. Have fun.